Hey YouTube and Facebook, it's Cal from the Irrigation and Lighting Doctor here. We're shooting another quick how to install low voltage landscape lighting video where we're going to show you the best and most popular lights to use, the most energy efficient and long lasting bulbs, the easiest and most efficient way to place your lights, lay out your wire, make your wiring connections, what kind of waterproof long lasting connections you should be using, as well as how to easily and effectively bury your wire. So we love getting your comments and questions. Please leave them below and we will answer them as soon as we can. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. First step in installing landscape lighting is determining what kind of lights you're going to use. Up and accent lighting is the most popular, commonly used for highlighting trees and different structures around their property. Wash lighting is great for lighting the exterior of homes and featuring and casting shadows on beautiful stonework around the property. Path and garden lighting also very popular for lighting pathways and gardens and different features around the property. And finally, hardscape lighting is another popular light commonly used around barbecue areas, fences, decks, steps, and so on. A great way to determine what's going to look good on your property is simply by taking a flashlight at night and going and highlighting and shining it on different features and structures around your landscape to see what's going to look great. Another tip or shortcut is to use a 9-volt battery. If you already have landscape lights, just hook the wires up to the terminals and you should be able to light those to see what looks great. When choosing your lights, something we recommend is using really high quality incandescent and halogen fixtures and retrofitting them with energy efficient LED technology bulbs that will not only save you money on power, but will also last pretty much the life of your fixture so that you're not having to change bulbs on a yearly basis. Once you have your lights assembled, the next step is starting to place your lights. We recommend using a rubber mallet when you have a good ground stake and pounding that in to really get that light nice and stable so that it doesn't get knocked over or banged up down the road. Once you've got your light installed, the next step is going around and placing your wire at every fixture. Be sure to leave extra wire at every fixture just in case you need to make future changes. The next step is stripping your wire and getting it ready to wire. It can very easily be done using wire cutters or wire strippers, and then wiring your fixtures using waterproof gel-filled connections. This is very important because cheap connections will lead to all kinds of problems down the road. These are called BVS2 snap lock connectors, are very easy to use. They're gel filled and hold the wires together nice and strong so that you're not having to repair wires on a year-to-year basis. Another good option is something called a DBRY connection. Also used if you have to tee off or splice into your wire, definitely use these. It comes in two parts, a moret that holds the wires tight and then a gel-filled tube to keep them waterproof. Please stay away from the do-it-yourself wire connectors that you see at your Home Depots and Canadian Tires that pierce the wire, because when you pierce the wire, there's just that much more chance that you're going to have errors down the road. A question I get asked all the time is, how do I know what size transformer to use? Very simply, add up the wattage of all the lights on your project. If you're using a 5-watt light and you've got 10 of them, that's a total of 50 watts. A general rule of thumb is to size your transformer 20% larger than what you actually need. So if you need 50 watts total, sizing it 20% larger, you would want to use a 60-watt transformer or larger. This is an example of a Kichler transformer that comes with a photocell to turn your lights on and off with dusk and dawn, as well as a simple and very easy to use timer. Once you've selected your transformer, the next step is hooking up and wiring all your lights to the transformer. And you usually find 2 taps on the bottom, one for a common connection and one for a 12-volt or 15-volt connection. Wire those in, mount your transformer, plug it into your GFCI receptacle, turn it on, and you're good to go. Just want to explain a little bit about the transformer. So basically the brains of your system. After you've placed your lights and you know what kind of lights you're going to use, the next step is determining what size transformer you're going to use. So a real simple way to do this, and if you're using a good quality light, when you buy it, it'll usually tell you how many watts that fixture is actually going to produce. If not, it'll usually tell you, if you actually look on the bulb, it'll tell you if it's
4.5 watts, 5.5 watts. Typically for LED, that's about as big as you're gonna get, but on the box it should say how many watts if you're buying a good quality fixture. So, you know, on this project we've got 10 lights. Each of these lights uses approximately 4.5 watts, so 10 times 4.5 is 45 watts. So we want to size our transformer just slightly bigger than that. The better quality light that you have, the less you got to oversize your transformer. If you're using a really cheap light or a low quality light, you probably want to give yourself a little bit more room, because the light's going to actually use more power than that might actually say. With a good quality fixture, you're pretty safe if you just oversize it a little bit. So we're going to use a 60 watt transformer here from Kichler, which is really simple to use. It's got a small timer on it as well as a photo cell, and you can see we basically just mounted it to the side of the house here with a couple screws. And once we get all our wire laid out, we're gonna wire those into here. And then something we've done to kind of take it to the next level and make this Wi-Fi is we've added something called it's from Weon. It's a outdoor Wi-Fi timer switch that we use with a lot of our transformers, as well as you can use it with Christmas lights or whatever. And how we use this is basically we just plug this into our GFCI receptacle, and then we plug our transformer directly into that. And then from there, now we can run all our lights from a simple mobile app from Weon. And we do this a lot of the time. It just gives us that flexibility, and it's a cool way to add Wi-Fi to your system. So we've got our lights placed, we've got our transformer hooked up, all our wiring connections are done. Now we're just testing the lights. So we've tested everything, turned on the transformer. All our lights work. I always recommend doing that before you go and start finally burying everything. But since that's all done, we know all our lights work. Last thing is we're just going to bury all our extra wire, and we're going to place and set our lights. And if there's any final little adjustments to be done, we'll do those. I recommend coming back at night when you actually have the lights on. You can see how everything looks, to come back and make any last minute adjustments just to make sure that everything looks good. But once you've done that, that's pretty much it. Now your landscape lighting system is ready to go.
Anything, I would strongly recommend making sure your lights work. Burying the wire is simple. In the grass, just create a small trench that you can easily push the wire down anywhere from 6 to 8 inches deep, and then easily just press that trench tight, and within a couple days you won't even know.
Now that you've learned how to install landscape lighting, we're going to show you what you get within your premium do-it-yourself kit. You're going to get 12 of the FX Luminaire LED uplights with easy drop-in bulbs and waterproof seal around every bulb to keep out the elements, 6-inch ground stake, 10-foot lead wire, and each light comes with a 10-year warranty. Easy to adjust, easy to use, super durable light. You're also going to find 8 of the FX Luminaire path lights with 10-foot lead wire and 8-inch ground stake for extra stability. Each light comes with a drop-in LED bulb rated for over 30,000 hours. Each lamp has a waterproof seal around the bulb to keep out the elements and give it that 10-year warranty that we're looking for. To power your lights, you're going to get the Kichler 120 watt power transformer. Easy to use, easy to plug into with photocell and timer. Along with all your lights, LED bulbs, and transformer, you're also going to find inside each one of your kits your Weon Wi-Fi timer that you can plug your transformer into and give it full Wi-Fi capabilities. Each kit also comes with all your waterproof wiring connections, as well as some tools that we've thrown in to help you make the job easier, and 250 feet of low voltage direct burial wire. Now you should have all the tools and resources you need to install your very own landscape lighting system. Please be sure to shop all our do-it-yourself kits at lightingdoctor.ca and follow us on Facebook and YouTube for more great resources. Thanks for watching.